Revolt MMA here with a new video. So it's been a few days since Jorge Masvidal's pulled out of UFC's 269. Of course, Leon's been left without an opponent and he's trashed Jorge Masvidal for his pullout because of his injury, and he's also made it clear that he doesn't want any other opponent other than Kamaru Usman, other than his title shot. And it wouldn't be a stretch to say that he deserves it. He does deserve it. But Leon Edwards has been a very unlucky person. I mean, this guy, Leon Edwards, seriously, if there was anyone who would deserve the unluckiest MF belt, it would be Leon Edwards. In fact, if he were to fight for it, probably his opponent would pull out, for an injury, and he wouldn't even get that belt. But yeah, this guy is seriously unlucky. This guy went from not getting a fight for 2 years because of COVID, then being forced to fight an unranked Khamzat Chimaev despite being ranked number 3, then getting that fight cancelled a few times, then being forced to fight Bilal Muhammad and then getting disqualified, and then putting on a pretty good performance against Nate Diaz only to almost get finished by Nate Diaz in the 5th round. And now this. So Leon Edwards is undoubtedly the unluckiest fighter in the UFC roster. But enough of that negativity. We want to talk about the possible matchups for Leon Edwards, and there are a few matchups that would work nicely. Now I know Leon Edwards does not want any matchups except for Kamaru Usman, but and that is probably going to happen if he does wait. But I'm pretty sure the UFC will still suggest some other matchups for him, because Kamaru Usman seems to be going to take, he is probably going to take a long time to recover from that absolute war with Colby Covington. Of course, we can't talk about matchups without addressing the elephant in the room, and by elephant I mean the wolf Boris Khamzat Chimaev, because this guy has entered the UFC and he's blown everyone apart. He's absolutely obliterated his opponents. I think he's ranked number 11 right now. I know that he's got a long way to go, but we should also evaluate fighters based on their dominance, based on their momentum, and this guy's got it. This guy has it. He is championship level, and we can see that. We can actually see that. So I think that would be a very good matchup. Of course, Leon Edwards is not going to accept that easily. But, if the UFC do what they did with Dan Hooker and offer him a very good, amount, a very generous sum to take that fight, possibly even more than what they offered Leon Edwards for Masvidal, I think it's a very good offer. Now, do I think Leon Edwards matches well against Khamzat Chimaev? No, I don't think so at all. I think that Khamzat Chimaev will probably obliterate him. Having said that, it is an option. It's a matchup, and it's a matchup that the UFC is definitely, I think, would at least suggest to Leon Edwards. Yeah. Now, the other possible route would be Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman is just coming off of a war with Colby Covington, as I've mentioned earlier. He's probably tired. He suggested that he's going to take time off, and considerable amount of time off. So this option is viable, it's possible, and it is probably the most likely option which will occur, because Leon Edwards doesn't seem like he wants to take any other fight. He doesn't seem like he's going to budge for any other fight, for any other fighter. And the UFC also cannot really deny Leon Edwards his title shot right now. He probably should have got it before Colby Covington, to be honest, based sheerly on the fact that he had a 9-fight win streak. Colby Covington lost to Kamaru Usman. It was a very close fight, but he lost to Kamaru Usman. He got 1 fight in, and then he gets another rematch. So I don't think that was fair, but it is what it is. Leon Edwards doesn't really have, I wouldn't say standing. His performance isn't really that standout performance that we're looking for. So I guess, yeah. Finally, there may be the option of going against Gilbert Burns. He is a top contender. He's coming off a win against Wonderboy. it wasn't a very dominant win, to be honest. It was more or less a play it safe win, but still a win regardless. I don't think Leon Edwards wants that matchup. I don't think the UFC want that matchup. But hey, Gilbert Burns said he's ready, he's game, and yeah, we'll see what happens from here. So to conclude, out of all of the options that I've mentioned, I do think that Leon Edwards is going to stick with Kamaru Usman. He wants that fight. He's used to waiting. He's waited for 2 years. What's another few months? You know, it's nothing for him. He's Leon Edwards is the type of guy to play it safe. He's played it safe against Nate Diaz. His personality is play it safe. He doesn't really try to go for finishes. And in life, I don't think he's going to try to take risks as much. You know, unless the money's right. Yeah, that's my phone right there, ruining the recording, but whatever. So yeah, I think that he's going to take Kamaru Usman. He knows that the UFC owes it to him, and it's very unlikely that the UFC will offer Kamaru Usman to anyone else, so long as Leon Edwards is there and he hasn't lost yet. So yeah, what do you guys think? You know, this is my first video. If you could please subscribe, like, comment, that I would be very grateful for that. Thank you.